Hi, my name's John. My question's about time frames. I listened to Peter Schiff and Gerald Celente, and they talk about the gas going up to $5 by the end of the year. It's already $3.75, and the dollar being dead by the end of the year, type of thing, and all the fear mongering and all that. But I was just curious, and as we wake up, and as people wake up, they tighten the screws even more. So I was just curious what you know about time frame. And the other question I had, because I can't remember in the movie, did you mention anything about vaccines? You did, okay. Just that about time frames. What do you know, or from what's, I know everybody's talking about 2012, but 2013, that's the year that this is all going to happen, or at the end of the year, 2013. So I was just curious what you may have knowledge about as far as that.
Well, I don't think anybody knows for sure, but Gerald Celente and Peter Schiff are two people that I follow also. I think that they're both, proven themselves to be really effective forecasters. And so my approach, and with my friends and video blogs that I do and so forth, is basically recommending that people listen to people like that and prepare as if they're right, and then do everything they can to make them wrong. And that's what we've done. When I see this stuff on the network news about the economy recovering, I can hardly hold my lunch. There's just no evidence whatsoever, no good reason why it would actually be recovering, because they're only printing more fake money, and they're not that stupid. This is the same thing they've done in these pump and dump schemes before, except, in my opinion, this is the big one. They actually want to bring down the entire global economy, so that when people are, that's the problem, then when everybody's running around in fear, that's the reaction, and they can bring in...
You're trying to survive.
Which is the one world government. So the more we're aware that that's potentially intentional, and they have a pretty good track record of making a lot of stuff happen that they want because they've got a lot of money and military power, the more important it is that we're building the systems which can just blossom and take the place of these old ones as they crumble, instead of subjugating ourselves to their idea of this new authoritarian state that they want to bring in. Yeah. No, it's not like they're backing off at all. They're increasing the pressure. I don't know if you saw that Wired magazine article just the last few days about the biggest ever NSA surveillance center is going up in Utah. It's a $2 billion project, 1 million square feet, and it will collect and store every single email and phone call in this country and beyond. And then, how many of you know about Obama's executive order on March 16th? Yeah, he just calmly wrote this thing out, basically saying, for purposes of national defense, when I deem it necessary, basically, I get to take over the natural resources of the country. Labor, actually go in and commandeer factories, transportation, food, and slipped in there. This is the one that really shocked, because I read the bill the other day. I had to see how they're actually worded this thing. And slipped in there again is the selective service thing, that in case of emergency, they'll have a draft like that again. So I think this is what they're doing. But some people think, well, this is because they're going to war with Iran, maybe might need this. I think that Iran might be part of the whole thing, creating a collapse type of situation. But fundamentally, the NDAA and the FEMA camps and the Patriot Act and the military commitment, all this stuff, as far as I can see, is ultimately to try to handle the blowback that is already starting to arise in this country, and I think is going to get much worse when people are even more broke and more homeless, and the food starts disappearing from shelves. I hope that never happens, but I highly recommend that people plan for some period of time like that, and then do exactly what your community is doing in terms of organizing by sectors and getting energy independent and getting food independent and so forth.
Thank you.